Hope you're feeling pretty ethical, because that's what we're allowing here. Exclusively that. Okay, Light and Love crew, most ethical ones. Angels of Light and Love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages. Exclusively the Angels of Love and Light. Protect my chakras, my auras, my space, my work, my health, wellness, my essence, and that of my children's. Thank you, you're doing such a great job. All right, so, this is, very interesting. Yeah, very interesting how people strategize to get the one-up through making sure they make human contact to put on record. You know, I'm not even going to stress over the people's mechanisms to make themselves available or not make themselves available, or like lots of stuff is going on, to be blunt. Okay, and you just see the reality. Like, there's no reason to get upset, to get fired up over the truth. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like it expedites what's meant for you by showing you what's real and what's meant for you. You know? It just helps with the decision-making process. Like, I couldn't ask for anything better. So, gotta find bliss in all of that stuff. We're gonna do a chin check, you know? We're going to see, because of everything that's happening, look at our strengths, right? So, for me in particular, I'm going to ask, what can others learn from me? Not about me. No, we're asking, what can others learn from me based on current events? Okay. I had to protect my energy to the supreme, so decisive, and I was so effective. It was wonderful, I have to tell you. What a new experience. Okay. I'm good with it. All right, so what deck are we going to use? What deck are we gonna use? I'm gonna use Buddha Wisdom. Get an energetic feels. I'm gonna use the Witch's Rune Tarot, or the Witch's Runes, and the Herbal Tarot deck. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it. Okay. All right, Spirit. Let's get a meditative card first, okay? By the way, who's here? Who's here? Oh, they left. Eight of Pentacles. Somebody working on something very intense on their game. Reinserted. Two of Cups in reverse. It could be somebody that plays both ways. So, again, we're not going to focus on ill-intended energies. You know, we rebuke them. And that's all there is to that. In the name of Jesus Christ, so mote it be. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, we got some. Okay, let's just forget about the blah. Okay, let the blah feel their blah. And it's time for me to be very decisive. Standing apart from a situation and really reading the room continuously. Because, you know, like when you introduce somebody into the group or extricate them, it changes the dynamic. So with all of these moving pieces, like, it's important to constantly read the room. Tina, it is time. Okay, so that is one thing that others can learn from me based on current events. What are we going to get from here? Buddha Wisdom Shakti Power. Super Shakti Power activated. Okay, so what are we going to use from this? I suppose that. Very decisive. Like I said, 29, an imp. One of the 8 classes of demons. Choose positive thoughts that will chase away the devil. Let's do it. I have cleared the room. See, like how interesting that is, you know, to come through like that. Choosing positive thoughts. All right, Buddhism recognizes the fact that there are other energies and entities existing in the world that we can't see, but that do interact with us and affect us. Sometimes affects us, you know. It depends on how aware you are and how prominent your placement is in holding your ground. In the highest sense of the word, demons are simply the projections of our own minds or fears and hopes, externalized and given power over us by our own accord. If you wrestle with it, you come under its spell. But if you acknowledge it while remaining calm and open, it passes right through you and doesn't stick. Spirits are the cause of disease and natural disasters, good luck and bad luck, and the source of Charlie Brown's friend Pigpen's little black cloud. And the reason a person may see everything like Christopher Robin's friend Eeyore does a bit sad and gray. Some demons are parasitic and feed off of negative emotions and so encourage us to have them. But some are benevolent and can emit the faint scent of flowers and streams of positive, happy thoughts that waft through the air or cause a shower of blossoms to fall. During the 7th through the 9th century, there was an attempt to classify these energies. The list has changed over the centuries, but it is still known as the 8 classifications of demons, or the impure manifestations of the 8 types of consciousness. A few examples are Sadags, Titans or guardians of the upper realms, Maras, obstacle creators, Rahula, the force behind eclipses that brings adversity or obstacles, the Rang, imps that move household objects and make children sick, Rakshasas, demons, Yakshas, which are tricksters, Mamo, ogres or demonesses, and Nagas, water and earth spirits that live in trees, rocks, and waterways. They can be friendly or antagonistic according to how you treat their home. Interesting. So, choosing positive thoughts. Positive thoughts. Okay. So, looks like we're giving a beat down based on how I'm dealing with these energies, which is excellent. Excellent, I've got to say. Excellent. This is a new lesson. This was quite unexpected to receive such a synchronous offering. Yeah, you know, let's go with that, okay? So the witch's runes, what do you got to say? Woman's runes, excuse me. Okay, let me put a few of these away that have been in my altar for quite a bit of time. Quite a bit of time. I didn't realize how many were on here. Nice, 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 nice. Okay. Because remember, like, this is the phase where we identify what's a distraction, and the realization is just becomes like old news. It becomes like, what is it? Why you're beating a dead horse, you know? All they're used to saying is nay. Or maybe they're yay men, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Time to move on. All right. So what you gotta say, Spirit? What can others learn from me based on current events? This is a seed. Extroverted. Oh, shoot. Rune of waiting, ripening, pregnancy, assessment. This is excellent. You know? Bloom where you're planted and then plant some more. That's what's happening for me. So it's about being patient and doing what you can within your own instance and not getting discouraged or staying in discouragement based on any turndowns. Because with I can identify my energy source as one that turns up. So, you know, a hiccup here and there isn't going to bother me, isn't going to be the end all be all. So the last statement here is about assessment. It's putting things into perspective after you've planted several seeds. It's about having that hopeful spirit in knowing that there's more than what you're fed, more than what's the proposed sustenance. So that's important. Okay, anything else that others can learn from me based on current events? Spirit, what do you got to say about that? Jesus Christ, what do you got to say about it? Your input. That's one. The flame. Rune of fire. Energy, vitality, enthusiasm. Amazon. For sure. This is the wild. Just activated. Okay? There's so much more to our light bodies than the current events dictate. So there's a lot of hope. There's a lot of inspiration within self, you know. This is all good. So this is a spirit of adventure, and like self-generated prospects, basically. Interesting. That's what they're saying. All right. Bottom of the deck is the heart. Beautiful. Do you know what that is? Rune of love, passion. It's wonderful. You know, these two are like always like, woo, you know, it's always like that. Very passionate. Excellent. Okay. I don't need to over-explain. It's all good. Okay, so what can others learn from me based on current events? Okay, it's the Four of Cups in reverse. It came in the inbox. You know what? I've been getting the feeling that because we're here, we're like looking for, we're seeking answers, we're determined, we're like waiting, like what is that commercial where they go open, 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 open? It's vintage. So looking at this, there's a clear open, there's a clear response to whatever's in the current inbox. So we know that there's an obvious good choice and we make it. We interact with it as soon as it drops into our inbox. It is there. I told you. I got the offer letter, and once there was clarity provided, I took it right away. And it was like a no-brainer at that point. And because of that, I made the appropriate changes. However, the resources were unavailable to give the immediate consideration or talk time, FaceTime, to communicate that with my current employer. That was one of the stipulations, right? So regardless of that, I could tell that everybody was in the loop of what was happening with me, for me, and I'd have to say because of me as well. So there was a change in everyone's demeanor, let me tell you. Very different. It's so interesting to see when people know, but they pretend like they don't know. Or it's just a change in frequencies. It's very interesting. So I'm very lucky to be able to experience the the varying frequencies. I know that this is going to help further equip me on comparability between here and there, because energy doesn't really go by one name exact. There's a lot of cookie cutters in the field, and it's just great to be able to gain awareness through firsthand experience, to be able to detect that on your own. So there's an interaction here. When you know that something is an obviously good choice, there's nothing to fear with that. Because even if I were to engage in the falsities of fear-induced feels, we already entertained the possibility of that, and it's like I can trust spirit. Put the top number that you can possibly put on anything. I can trust spirit with that, and like spirit has shown me no different. So I just know. Like at first-hand account, it would be like absolutely like explosive, destructive, like the most like evil thing that could that I would deduct if that opportunity was like taken away from me, that it was obliterated or whatever. But then I realized within that context, that means that I am absolutely doing the right thing for spirit. Like I know that I'm doing the job for spirit, and that I just took down some, like I just located and created absolute context, the definition of a certain party or certain affiliation that is like absolutely like needs to be like done for. And so I like, it's like an instantaneous win, an instant kill when it comes to like anything that seems to be like, if it were to be an absolute tower moment, like I know behind the scenes, like I did right for spirit, and so like something that's going to expedite my journey to something like bigger, better, what I'm meant for. So there's no question about it for me. Like I just know. So not to fear. So we have Four of Swords right here facing these several cards. Okay, so I'm going to kind of part those two so I know. Seven of Wands in reverse, the Tower in reverse, Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Death in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse, the Suspended Person or the Hangman, Queen of Cups in reverse, and Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, that's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. So, with all this stuff that's happening, okay, there is, people can learn, based on current events. They can learn from me that there are times to roll up your sleeves and clean up those messes, but it's not absolute like grunge dirt, like that filth doesn't stick to you, because you know what, you're the Queen of Wands. You can manage well. You understand energy for what it is, both in etheric and physical form. So there's a natural cleansing. We know that we have to hold reserves for ourselves because we're going through a transformative process, which means that there's a natural withdrawal from any sorts of dependencies. But we cope well because, how do I say it? This was always due, like a natural comeback. So there's Yeah, the comeback is meant for me to be able to stand alone. You see the Death card in reverse and the Hangman card in reverse to stand apart. This is the natural comeback. And this is like, how do I say it? Queen of Cups in reverse. It's identifying with my worth, no lie. No doubt, no lie, okay? So what others can learn from me is poise, basically, tact, addressing needs in a way that there's no aggression here. There's no aggression here. It's just, it's all in perfectly internalized is what they're saying. Yeah. Interesting. I like it. I mean, especially with like the thought process, like you sleep on it, you like it's healing the situation by meditative thoughts. Like what's good for you. All right. What can others learn from me, Spirit, based on current events? That bunch. The path of the herbalist is to open ourselves to nature in an innocent and pure way. She in turn will open her bounty and reward with us with many valuable secrets. May the earth bless you. The World card in reverse and the Lovers card. Beautiful. Okay. So we have partnerships and like garnished, like that's like the nice to have, but this is the need to know, like need to have basis. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. Okay. But there's a natural welcoming and with resources provided. It's like somebody packed your like Spirit packed our lunch, packed our backpack on this worldly event where we are meant to become more well-rounded in closing out cycles. Like, you know, everything is packed. You just like need to walk it and see what that's all about. I'm getting like elementary school, like he released like the child to this new environment, and it's already like decked out with all of these like wonderful things, all these activities, and of course their lunch, and you know it's already prepared, it's already set up, so all they have to do is just kind of make sense of it all and enjoy it. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Excellent. This feels like kind of like a boring read, but it's useful. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse. It's knowing when to celebrate, what to celebrate, who to celebrate with without agonizing over it. It just comes natural. You know, because there are times where you didn't know. And like, for instance, I was passing by one of the bars that my ex and his friends used to go to. It was just, I think, like Costa Mesa. Yeah. And it completely wiped from my memory because like it's just like kind of old news. So there's no desire to go back but before, I was telling my older son, I was like, oh my gosh, this is where like we used to go out, and I would think that it was like just the greatest thing because I was so sheltered, like there was no adventure or whatever, like, so it was my like going out. It's like going out, and it feels like just talking about it and thinking about it, it felt like the replay of events, I would say, is kind of like juvenile. Like it seems so far back as to the taste of like what we considered like celebration to be, like going to the mall and like shopping and like go, you know, like it was just kind of like I know what happiness is now for me, and it doesn't contain any of that. Like, it's not to say that I couldn't have fun with like socializing in that venue again, but to look forward to it like super amplified because there was nothing else going on in my life, that like there was so much restriction in it, that like, wow. Wow. And just to know that those people that I spent that time with, it really did feel like a waste. To be like brutally honest, it just felt like those people mean nothing to me, because I realized in hindsight 2020 that I meant nothing to them. Like, I was just like a moving piece. Like, it was all an act. And I can't be upset at myself for that, you know. I can't get angry at them. It's just like, that's who they are. That's who they are as people. And that's who I was in understanding that, just buying into the whole like storyline, that we're all friends. And it was just, it's so strange. It's so strange to like look back on it. But like, I'm so glad that it's now over. I'm so glad that like I rewind back on the topic of conversations, and I realized that's why nobody grew in that group. I realized the sense of stagnancy and complacency, and it was just like, wow. Well, you know, you've been in one place and now you're in another, and like just be so thankful that now I get to really live my life. Like, I really, really get to live my life. And even though like I haven't been out much, dude, the fact that like I'm living with more purpose and just like, it's so much more rewarding. Like, I do not desire to go back to any of that at all. It's good. All right, so it's just Three of Cups, long winding version. Now you know. In reverse. So what's behind that? I just want to know. Ten of Swords. Are you kidding me? For real. For real. You see that blood in the snow? Yuck. Yuck, yuck. People who can turn on each other in an instant. But they choose not to because it's, sorry, 10%, 20% battery? I don't know. But they choose not to because, okay, I'm positive thoughts. People like to maintain a sense of security. My security are health and wellness, okay? All right. We got King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, we're dealing with that kind of energy, the one that's responsible, you know. Actually, let's take back the responsibility, okay? We're gonna go right side up and we're gonna cut the deck, okay? We're gonna take that power back. We're gonna rewind events and we're gonna find appreciation for our clarity. Hindsight is 2020, right? So I'm gonna say the hindsight is 2020, so we're gonna put that right there. And we're going to put this right in front of it, which is what? The Devil in reverse. Oh, how beautiful. We are letting go of any, like, intense emotions, obsessions with, like, figuring out what went wrong or who was right, who was wrong. There's, like, no obsessive energies. Not, like, we're not getting into, like, the thick of it. No, we're done with that. Top of the deck is Page of Cups in reverse. So we bring back the love to ourselves. Okay. That's the energy right there. Uh-oh, excuse me. Okay. That's basically the premise that I was working on today. Okay. Love is protection. And Two of Wands in reverse. There's a lot to learn. from these avenues of distress. You basically deadhead a rose in order to encourage it to grow and to further bloom. So, you know, this is good. This is good. I want to see what else is, like, coming forward here, because, like, dude, it was like, as soon as I realized my worth and started standing up for it, the instantaneous version of Tina, like, people just started recognizing me, like, the people that could care less about me, or, you know, just, like, the ones who are at face value a-holes, they were very, they found they found me as, like, respectable, like someone to, I don't know if honor is a word, but, you know, like, the, what is, like, the honor statement, or the, what do you call it, the honor system, they very well respected me in that light, like, it's weird, I don't even know, but, all right, so, what do I have to look forward to, Spirit? Like, what is it? What is it that's coming next? Like, tell me a few current events, upcoming events. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have this, and there's some down there. Ace of Cups, open channel, inverted. Resurrection, Judgment, extroverted. Three of Pentacles, inverted. Dude, this is like the winning team adjustments. Okay, so some of you are probably like accountants or doing like the mathing type of work. Mapping of mathing. Mapping of math, yeah, for sure. But there's like an absolute Gatorade cup thrown down upon me as replenishment, which is like works. Works are in the works, jobs, employment. But this is an absolute, like, kind of spiritual in your face, is what I'm saying. Like, very healing. It's going to be very obvious why I am receiving what I'm receiving, like the benefits package. This is a good benefits package for sure. So that came like on plate, like I saved it with my wrist, and this is what came on the right side. Future. So we have Three of Swords, recognition, extroverted, which is the only turned down card. Five of Pentacles, the Nadir, inverted. Ace of Pentacles, form inverted. Death, inverted. And Two of Pentacles, extroverted. Okay. So this is basically just laying out what, like, the spread is, you know, like that in your face energy. It's just like, this is also serving the other party, saying like, I don't even like use this energy because it feels so like pretentious, but what they're saying, this is like heartbreak energy. Like, yeah, you had me, now you lost me, because you know what? I have to do with what like I've got, okay? And for working for like a multi-billion dollar company, and knowing what I've, like, engaging with how do I say it? My involvements pronounce so much more than, so much more, okay? So there was an imbalance there, okay? And so I'm given a new pentacle, like a shiny new dime for sure. And it's this transformation, like there's nothing to fear. Like, do you know how many times I've walked down 13? Very much intending to do so. All in effects of death and transformation. So I've paved that path quite clear. And now there's the cause and effect. Holy smokes, yeah. So, you know, what's due is due, and that's something to look forward to, okay? That I get what I get, they get what they get, you know, and I still get some after they get theirs, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you want to say with regards to that, Jesus Christ? Okay. Those two. Okay. The crossing, two of swords in reverse and temperance upright. So this is absolute balance. Like, bingo. They're saying like bingo for sure, because this is uncrossing any hexes that have been placed upon me. This is, the coast is clear ultimately for you, Tina. You know why? Because, like, look, you see that cross is further depicted there. Bingo, bullseye, you got it. You're in balance. You got your feelings in check. There's been a chin check for you, and it's like, oh, you know, it's just like chin check, like, rather than chin check. And dude, this is really good. So what I have to look forward to is also in the now, like in the present, being absolutely empowered. This is self-generated, like wind energy too. You see, like, kind of like the windmill here, the pinwheel. So generating ideas, generating good thoughts. Like, this is truly self-empowerment. Yeah. Okay, bottom of the deck is Power Shield, 8 of Swords in reverse. Getting yourself out of being stuck. The stucco, the spackle on the wall. Okay, and top of the deck is Sister of Fire. That's Page of Wands in reverse. So there are some minor to-dos on the list to close out. But this is also striking your own match. Like, we don't wait. Like, at this point, Spirit is saying, don't wait for things to get worse before you make things better. This is all about preventative care, seeing the signals, making the moves, putting yourself in an optimal position, not just like, oh, I'm just a survivor, you know. No, this is about positioning self well, because we know ourselves well. This is the value set within a certain timeline, a certain integer, like a certain a positive state. That's what they're saying. All right, now we are moving into Bananagrams, because I said so. Because I said so. Excuse me. What do you want to say, Spirit? What do you got to say to me? Oh, where'd that go? H? It said buckle up. That's what it was. It fell on my right thigh. OITIGQPWERIDQYARESRVM. So I'm seeing loyal here. Even though there's not a second L, it's here. I don't know. I'm seeing also royal. Oh. DAO, D-A-U, I'm sorry, D-A-O. So that's central and in reversal. Kind of like, it's kind of like doing a, what do you call it? A somersault within its lettering as it moves forward. So, yeah, working with that energy. Area as well. Moving backwards, like when we're looking at gauging space and looking at the square footage, the area of the mapped out plans, that we can move backwards within our own facilities. That's something interesting how that's worded. Rave, yeah. So in that we can really rave about the things that we, within our own standing. Okay. Save also. That we can trust fall upon ourselves. That's what they're saying. Myrrh, like frankincense and myrrh. So I'm seeing myrrh here, so something to also use for protection, for rejuvenation. Pyre, Perth. Anyway, wire, wreath. So there's like a good introduction, like a good celebration type of thing. Dream. Dude, I forgot what the first one was though, that I was supposed to put together. Parish. Not just like die, P-E-R-I-S-H, but community, P-A-R-I-S-H here. I see Mordor too. The challenges of the upward, like the mountainous battles. I see Vamp. But I don't, where's the P? Did I see P here? I don't know. It's here though. Yeah, there's P. I see Vampire. Desire. Riley. I don't know. I'm seeing like Riley's farm here. I don't know why. I'm seeing, well, dream is important here. I forget how to spell Myrrh. Is it M-Y-R-R-H? Give me a second. Let me check. Dude, hold on. I gotta look it up. It didn't let me, but I gotta charge it, so. Okay, so. Oh, Royal. Royale. Oh, Battle Royale. Is that what we're looking at here? Okay. Royal. There we are. Royal. And then Myrrh. M-Y-R-R-H. I think that's how you spell Myrrh. Anyone want to validate that? Verify. I'm verifying. M-Y-R-H? Or is it M-Y-R-R-H? It's 2 R's, for sure. And there is an H, so yeah. I think I did it right. I think I did it right. All right. Savior. WIP, work in progress. About that draft thing, it's like not to be like a work in progress is a work in progress. Still a masterpiece. Ongoing. It's like, you know, those landscape like sand water type of plaques where you spin it around and it has a new landscape. Spin around another landscape. No two are alike. It's beautiful. Okay? That's what we're talking about here. My father-in-law, one of my father-in-law's favorite things. Whip. We have a new vehicle that we're like, our new mode of transportation, how we approach things is much more powerful. So we got a new whip, fool. Okay. Anyway, what else do we got here? Mind your P's and Q's. Mind your own whip is what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Mind your own castle. Mind your own whip. savor. They are telling us to savor. Oh, voice message. Rest and relaxation. Savor the moment. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Excuse me. Let me put this together. Yep. So a voice message from our ancestors. Savor the moment. Get some rest and relaxation. This is your official vacay upon transition. Look at it like that. That's what they're saying. Look how beautiful that is. It all worked out just fine. Oh, definitely. Rest and relaxation. That's protective in itself as well. Okay. We give back to ourselves within that light. What else do we got here? Real? They like our reels. Ryle. Gild. Ooh. Something about being golden here. Gild? I think so. Let me see if there's anything else that I can make out of this. Ooh, I see desire. There's nothing wrong with wanting. It's part of human nature. However, you can still, and there's such a thing as coexistence. So it's not absolute, okay? So it's okay to desire happiness while you're being happy. Like you desire to want, like, to be happy while being happy. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not to say that one eliminates the other statement. They coexist. So we're teaching others about that. So it's like blooming where you're planted, but you're like, oh, I know that there's more for me out there, but this is the interim. This is the phase. Like I'm happy with how life presents its learnings to me. Okay, I found a way to be happy with that. But I know that there's a much more elaborate view of what happiness means for me, for sure. Okay. Okay, I have two E's, two I's, a T-O, and a GQ here. So, what are we going to do with it? Tide. Talking about the tide again. Yeah, they're saying that our desires come in waves. What else here? Let me see if there's anything here. Okay. How do I move this? Okay, now I have to fix the alignment. Sometimes it's like that. Kind of the tower moment is a transition where we have to kind of move our foundations in order to like regain our bearings. That's what they're saying. Okay. The tide is high. I'm going to be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl who gives up just like that. See? Oh, no. Yeah, got. Oh, you got this. That's what they're saying. You got the tide. Oh, this is surfing. Yeah, you got it. You got the wave. You got the tide. It's good. All right. We're seeing GQ here also. Oh, they're saying you got it like that. Like you got style in the way you surf through like life's occurrences. with a lot of emotional intelligence, by the way, EQ. And we have an I left here. What do we do with it? Well, we are saying it goes, again, I captain, and a strong IQ here. That's what we got. So let me show it to you. Let me show you. Just okay. 3 was, I want to say, whip. I feel like it was. Then 4 was savor, right? The savor. I think this was 3. So then that was 4 and 5. Like to get kind of like, it's hard to tell now because it's like all grouped here. Anyway, this is wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, give me a second to switch Buckaroos here. I like it. It's so good. It's so good and tasty. And now we're going to use the Shaman Tarot because we got it like that. And that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. You know, the tune doesn't go like that, but the lyrics do. It's then there's a piano play in there. It's like an 80s kind of solemn ballad. Anyway, what else do you want to say? Closing thoughts, Spirit. Positive thoughts on a Friday. Oh, Magician. So we started off with Royal. There, deep within me, lies expert mode of Magician stance, a high practitioner from royal blood, royal upbringings. This is true. For sure. Let's get like another wondrous appearance, Spirit. Like, I don't know, it's totally up to you. Like, what do you want to have as an identifier for that card? Because like I'm open. All right. 7 of Wands in reverse. It's very hidden energy. Like it doesn't appear as though I have the higher ground. I was told to put it upside down like that. Oh, and to kind of like muffle my energy so that there wouldn't like, to allow people to learn. Like Spirit had to kind of like dumb me down a little bit to like, there's something about it where yeah, it has to like crumple me a little bit in order to for people to be like somewhat open to my energy. So weird. Did I read that right? 10 of Cups, yeah, for sure. Because like, if you get, Tina, if you get a lineup of like all these massive, wonderful cards that are so obvious, like plain and simple and clear, people are just gonna that's just, people don't understand unless like there's some kind of common ground that you've treaded upon. I see actually master number 71 there. In fact, 1071 is an angel number to look at. Bottom of the deck is Queen of Swords in reverse. Again, this is good. It's like being objective to the situation, even like within our own current state. Whether it looks promising or not, that it's all good. Oh yeah, Justice card in reverse. It's coming up. It's coming up. Like, we are actually, this is what Spirit is saying. Like, I am actively like answering the door myself to justice. Like I'm got up and like this is like say in a work atmosphere, I decided that I was going to answer the door, and I'm escorting justice right through. That's like royalty. Kali, Kali, how you doing? What do you want to say, Kali? Three of Swords. She's bringing it to town. She's bringing things down. She's bringing it to town. That's what she's saying. Okay, what popped up with it was oh my gosh, Ace of Pentacles. That is insane. She's, you know, like the war drums. That's, oh, dude, for real. Kali is, do you see even the coloring? Like, that is intense. You see that? She's really, like, it's like Jumanji drums, like, but it's like walking the planks, like, dun, dun, dun. There's something, I can hear an echo of the drum. She's insane. Yeah, she's quite happy. All right, I think that's it for now. So now that this reading is officially over, I thank all my sponsors, all my supporters, all donations provided in light and love. They are received and employed accordingly. And thank you for respecting my time, my space, my energy, my work, my health and wellness, my essence, and that of my children's. So, upon closing all portals within this reading, because I noticed that there's been a lot of energies coming through in my room. And, like, my initial, like, statement is that sucks. But I know that there's a greater purpose in what I'm meant to attain from that. So that said, upon closing these portals, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with that sequence of rollout. Yay, Kali, thanks for coming by and helping me out with all of this. I appreciate it. I am here to also learn from you. Enlighten love. I close all portals within this reading. Now.